Let's work together so that the worst elements of our society don't dominate us. They push their agendas with outright lies. It's difficult to watch this show, The Morning Joe.
Well, let's go back to the Iraq conversation because you wanted to talk about it. So you believe that it was an elective war. That's what you've come down to.
I've settled on the word elective. It was an elective war on the part of George W. Bush because none of those pilots were Iraqi.
You've also interviewed a lot of the players that were around the table when George W. Bush made the decision. Do you get the sense that there was an intention to mislead, or do you think it was faulty intelligence? What, as far as all of the information that you've gathered, how do you think the historians come down on this?
I'm not going to go near that. I don't know enough, and I'm not being cute or coy. I don't know enough.
And that's what Brian Williams gets paid the big bucks for. NBC reportedly pays this guy over $10 million a year. The point of this video is to say it's not just about Israel. The craziness in our society and the lies. It's just amazing the amount of lies connected with Israel and the crimes that the U.S. is supporting. You should know that our politicians have carried out massive war crimes in addition to aiding and abetting Israel, like the Iraq War, which is a massive war crime. Brian Williams uses the euphemism elective war for what is by definition a war crime. Look how indignant they get at the very idea that President Bush could have lied to get us into the Iraq War.
Is misled a better word? They misled the American people. That's a fact.
Do you believe that George W. Bush intentionally misled the American people
I do not.
in the case for war?
Would it help them to understand that President Bush has admitted that he does lie? He was asked a few years ago, was he going to let Donald Rumsfeld go? And he just lied. And he admits it right here in this clip.
Thank you, Mr. President. Last week you told us that Secretary Rumsfeld will be staying on. Why is the timing right now for this, and how much does it have to do with the election results?
Right. You and Hunt and Kyle came in the Oval Office, and Hunt asked me the question 1 week before the campaign. And basically, you're going to do something about Rumsfeld and the vice president. And my answer was, they're going to stay on. And the reason why is I didn't want to inject a major decision about this war in the final days of a campaign. And so the only way to answer that question and to get you on to another question was to give you that answer.
He lied because it served his interests. He wanted to get on to the next question. He didn't want to answer the question, so he lies.
Click here for part 2.